Tales of Amestralia, the War of the Madosian Peninsula. The Jiura tribe. The Jiura tribe is the weakest tribe in the Madosian savanna, and is also the youngest. The Jiura tribe is the only tribe that has a well-told story about its origin. The tribe speaks Madosian, as in other cities in the region, that they have their own dialect. Therefore, it is much easier for the people of the cities to understand the Jiurians than it is to understand the other tribes. The story of the Jiura begins in the year 3e. 2906, when Jiura, a nobleman from the city of Tushing, is born. Jiura grew up as a rich man and spent a lot of his youth hunting and organizing fights, whether they were fights with free people or slaves. But when he was 31 years old, Jiura, together with another nobleman, Dablis, tried to carry out a coup d'état in Tushing, with the intention of founding a diocese. But the coup fails, and both are caught by the authorities. When the day of the hanging arrived, Dablis died convicted of treason, but when Jiura was to be hanged, members of his coup group rescued him and fled with him to the city of Lojak. Jiura stays there for a month in hiding with around 40 followers, helping him hide. But after this month, the king of Tushing finds out about his whereabouts and sends a message to the king of Lojak, ordering them to hand over the fugitive coup plotter. Lojak, under the threat of an attack by Tushing, searches for the fugitive for 10 days, but does not find him. Jiura had fled at dawn on the 7th day during a riot. He and his followers began to live wandering in fear of the army of Lojak and Tushing reaching him. Eventually, after wandering to the west, Jiura arrived in the Madosian savanna, where he began to live with his small group, as he was already used to hunting. The savanna, being far away and having the danger from the tribes, became an ideal hiding place. Since then, this group of just over 40 people has started to inhabit the dangerous savanna, using their small size to avoid the larger tribes. The Jiura tribe is, without a shadow of a doubt, the most peaceful tribe in the Madosian savanna, as they almost never get into trouble. But they are one of the most isolated tribes, as the culture of avoiding the people of the cities has remained in their minds since migration, and to this day they rarely make friends with folk from other peoples. Regarding the appearance of the tribe, the Jiura have dark brown skin, as is common in the Madosian savanna, but they are notable for having slanted eyes, as is common in Tushing, which is the main characteristic that sets the Jiura apart from the other tribes. Now that I have explained aspects of each of the 5 tribes, it is worth saying that each of them has gone through different ups and downs over the centuries, and for this reason the concept of which tribe is the strongest changes depending on the time. Fast forward to the year 3e, 3102. The first Great War of the Savannas took place. This war took place between Montal-Aurelas, who allied with the Zargwil, attacked Singh Shanti, which was the territory of the Vashan tribe, who were allied with the city of Albanilla, which used Singh Shanti as a crossing point on the route to Pavitska and Sonta. With Singh Shanti taken, the Vashan sought refuge in the vicinity of Albanilla. The city granted some land and began to prepare a counterattack. Over the course of months, the armies of Albanilla and Vashan fought against those of Montal-Aurelas and Zargwil. The cities of Pavitska and Sonta, who were angered by poor trade due to the war, decided to unite and form a joint army to invade the Madosian savanna. But as the region was somewhat unknown, the Pavitskans got in touch with the Neuron and made an agreement to help the Neuron with their own war, one that they were fighting against the Sijkin. The Pavitskans agreed, and so the war became between Albanilla, Vashan, Pavitska, Neuron and Sonta against Montal-Aurelas, Zargwil and Sijkin. Thus, being the only tribe that did not get involved was the Jiura tribe. The war lasted 2 years and ended with Singh Shanti returning to the hands of the Vashan. Montal-Aurelas, who was besieged, later had to surrender and pay compensation to Albanilla and the Vashan. The Zargwil tribe, after losing Singh Shanti, fled to the west, where they stayed for a decade before returning to the Madosian savanna. Pavitska and Nuran drove the Sijkin away to the east. It is obvious that this war has many nuances, but I will not focus on these nuances here, as this work is not about this war, but about the Second Great War of the Savannas,